What's up, what's going on, and quick update on these tires, right? So lately I've been hanging out with some guys and we've been talking about tires like crazy, man. Like everyone's talking about tires. So the tire that pretty much everyone is running is the GP 5000s. So I wanted to try something new and I was going with the Pirelli. I was gonna put the Pirelli on my road bike build, but I am still waiting on my frame set, which is like taking 1,000 years to get here. So I got tired of waiting. We was gonna do a group ride yesterday. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put them on a TT bike, see what they look like, right? So the tire I'm talking about is this Pirelli PZero Velo S. And this is the all-weather joint, right? So I put them on the bike. I also changed the tubes. I went with I had some like generic standard tube in there, and I went with these Continental. Let me get this up. There you go. I went with these Continental race tubes, the race lights. So the first initial ride, man, it was significantly more comfortable than the GP 5000. So the thing I'm trying to determine is there's a couple factors that could play a role in how the ride quality actually is, because I went from a 25 to a 28, and then I also changed the tubes from the generic tubes to the race light. So we rode about 20 miles, did a 20-mile ride. It's a lot of little climbs, some sweepers, some ups and downs, did a couple sprints. And the tire felt very responsive, man. I could not complain. I feel like the tire rode better than the GP 5000 in my own personal opinion, but I don't know if it's just because of the tires, because like I said, I changed the tube as well. So for me moving forward, the next thing I'm gonna do is put the GP 5000s back on the bike with the race tubes, run the same PSI, and then go for another ride. I think that'll give me a better comparison as far as which tire I think is either probably more comfortable or what the performance is like. So that's kind of like where I'm standing at right now as far as the two tires, the Pirelli Velos and the GP 5000, the Continentals. Will I keep them? Definitely going to keep them, but I don't know if I'm going to keep them on my TT bike. And the biggest reason is because of clearance issues, right? So on the TT bike, on the rear, it's very close, but where the rear dropouts are, I can adjust that on my TT bike to either get it closer, to make the gap smaller, or make the gap larger. So that's fine. But on the front, like the front fork, man, it's mad close. Like, man, it's probably like maybe 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters of space, and it's like almost too close for comfort for me. Because like there's this one little parking lot we kind of went through to kind of start things off before the ride, and there was like some gravel and sand, and I could hear the gravel and sand getting caught up between the tire and the fork. And all I was thinking about was like, man, this carbon finish, I don't want to mess it up. So on a TT bike, I don't think I'm gonna run the 28s. And I think it's kind of funny because I've had the 28 GP 5000s on the TT bike, and I didn't have that issue with the GP 5000s. So the GP 5000s may sit just a tad bit lower than the Pirellis, but if I was going to run the Pirellis on the TT bike, I'd probably run a 25 up front and then run a 28 out back. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting the Pirellis, the 28s, on my new road bike build, and I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to go Pirelli on the TT bike or stay with the GP 5000. So the next thing I got coming up is the GP 5000s with the race lights on a TT bike, and then I can give you a better comparison, the GP 5000s versus the Pirellis. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. That's all I got for y'all. I'm out. You know what to do. Subscribe. Rob Armstrong.